Hi guys, Random here, back with a bit more World of Warships. Yes, today, yeah, it's kind of German, kind of. It's a little bit German. This is the high school fleet version of the Admiral Graf Spee. Now, the Graf Spee, as you may know, let's look at the straightforward one here. Tier 6, it's a cruiser with battleshipy guns, and it's pretty identical, to be perfectly honest. If we have a look, 50, 74, 1936, 50, 61, 50, 74, 1933, 48, 61. Now that will probably be down to AA choices just there. So yeah, it's not any better. It's not any worse, to be perfectly honest. It's pretty much the same ship. Yeah, what can you say about the Graf Spee? Well, I've done a review on the Graf Spee, but I thought it'd be worth doing one on this as well, mainly because it is in the premium shop at the moment. This and the Kagero copy, which is the, let's have a look, the Harikaze, there we go. So yeah, this one's quite interesting, but you'll have to wait for the next video to see that. But yeah, it's an interesting take that or interesting thing that they've done here, an interesting take on the Graf Spee. So let's run through the numbers as we normally do. It's 39,400 for the hit points, 24% torpedo reduction bulge, which you can just see there, which is lovely. The artillery is rated at 74. You've got two triple mounted 283mm guns, 8,400 maximum AP, 3,200 maximum HE, 20% fire chance, which is pretty good. We like that. Secondary armament, yeah, you've got some of these. These are three twin-mounted 105mm guns. They're okay. They're high explosive, 1,300 max damage, 9% fire chance, 4.2 kilometer range. 8 single-mounted 150s, shooting HE as well, 1,700 maximum damage, and 8% fire chance. Again, 4.2 kilometers. Main battery fires out to 16 kilometers. You do have torpedoes, just like the Graf Spee, which is kind of handy. Two quad launchers, quad-mounted launchers, 533mm, 13,700 maximum damage. They fire out to 8 kilometers and 65 knots. So they're pretty good. Obviously, you're going to be spotted way before that, but yeah, for self-defense torps, they're pretty good. Anti-air, rated at 36. You've got 2 kilometer, you've got DPS of 36. At 3.5, you've got a DPS of 12, and 4.5, you've got a DPS of 60. So that's not too terrible. Yeah, you might take the odd plane down coming in, but chances are you'll probably take 1 or 2 down in a full attack there, so coming in and going back out again, you should take a couple down. Manoeuvrability, she's quick at 28.5 knots, 680 meter turning circle, which isn't bad. Is not bad. She's quite a big old girl. She's quite a big old girl. She's not too wide, but she is quite long, so you have to take that into account when you're looking at the turning circle. So 680 meters is pretty good, and a rudder shift of 8.2. Again, nice. Let's have a quick look at the modules here, and you'll see what I've got on. Steering gear mod 2, damage con mod 1, aiming system mod 1, and main armament mod 1. These came with the ship, so that's why I've put them on there. And concealment there, 11.2 kilometers. You can see there you've got a concealment rating on the captain there, so yeah, it's pretty good. Fire your guns, obviously it's 16k because that's your firing distance, 13.2 when you're on fire, 7.5 by air. So let's do what we do. Let's first of all, let's have a little play here and see if we can put some flags on and yeah, just mess around with her a little bit. 29.9 now with the watch the AA there, 29.9 knots on the manoeuvrability. AA's gone up there to 38, which is nice. We'll have the don't blow me up please flag. I'm not too worried about the fire chance. The fire chance is pretty good. So we will take the HP bump flag on the repair there. We'll also take the consumable boost on the time. May as well take the fire extinguishing flag. And not a lot of point getting XP on these ships unless you're willing to pay doubloons to actually convert the XP into free XP. So I wouldn't bother too much about the 50% to XP. I mean, if you've got the money, you've got the doubloons, then go for it. Other than that, yeah, I really wouldn't bother. Captain wise, let's have a quick look at the captain here. We have got, here we go, Stefan Klein. Now you get two captains with this boat. You get the cutesy anime one, which is there, and you get a standard German captain. That'd be great if they both came with 10 points, but they don't. Only this one comes with the 10 points for the pack that I got. Now you can get a 12 point, you can get a 8 point captain, 3 different packs. So, you know, depending on which one you get, depends on which, well, how many points you get with it. But it will be on this anime captain and not the normal captain. So just bear that in mind if you're looking to buy this ship. So I'm going to jump into port. We're going to jump into a battle. May as well. We've already got a camouflage on her. We've got the modules fitted, and it looks like we're in a tier 6-7 matchup here, so that's pretty good. So let's have a look at what kind of bonus we get over a standard ship with our bits and pieces bolted on there. There we go. So we've got a bit better AA, we've got bit better manoeuvrability there, and a little bit better concealment. So it's not terrible. It isn't terrible. We have a Ryujo. We don't have any destroyers, so that's nice. We've got some Leanders there. And Clevelands. Yes, you can hear me salivating at the thought of all those citadels. So, first off, let's see what we get. See, yes, you do get the Japanese there instead of German or English. It's just one of them things. You know, all in all, the Graf Spee, I've found it to be a reasonably good ship using the standard one. You know, it's not something you want to take into ranked battles because the fire rate is not particularly quick. Look there, it's sort of 19 seconds. It isn't fantastic. Now it looks like we've got a air superiority Ryujo on our team, which is nice. Don't know what the enemy's Ryujo's packing, but you know, we can have a look at that. Okay, we've got 1 torp bomber, 2 torp bombers. Okay, so they're not running the air superiority. That's fine. You know, consumable wise, we've got our defensive AA, catapult fighter, and a couple of repair parties there. I've not bothered with premium. If you were taking this in at battle, I would suggest getting premium. So there's a Leander there. We've got a reasonable shot on. I'm just keeping my eye open on the mini-map there, watching the torp bombers and things coming in. I'm going to try for about there, and we'll see if we can get a hit on him. Might not. Who knows? Yeah, we did get a hit on him. 22-28. It's not terrible. Now, the advantage of these guns over battleship guns is the reload speed. However, you do need to bear in mind that you are in a cruiser, and therefore you need to play it as such. So I have shot a nice little shot at the Cleveland there, 2800, which isn't bad. But I'm now going to start kiting the Cleveland a bit. So let's see if we can get some hits there. Of course, the Cleveland, being a robot, immediately hits me and immediately gets a fire. You know, because reasons. That Leander there is on very low hit points. Now, I'm not looking to kill secure him, but if we can take his guns out of the battle, more's the better. So, yep, there we go. Yeah, my philosophy is, if we can take them out, it's one less ship shooting at us. So, yeah, we've got Königsberg over there. He's pretty low. So, let's try for about there on him. He's down. Lovely. We've got the other Leander there. Got this Cleveland coming round. No, Cleveland's done. Nice. It might be at the expense of that Leander, but no, Leander's still with us. Still here to fight another day. So, that Leander there. I'm going to try for about there. Maybe give him another little blast. And we'll see. Do we get a hit? Yeah, we got a hit on him. So that's one of the problems on this. Okay, so we do have stuff coming in. I am going to hit the defensive AA. I have launched the fighter, and I am turning. So let's highlight this guy. We might be able to get him before he launches his bomb. Yep, we did. Nice. Okay, so we've got the torp bombers coming in now. Okay, Leander, are you giving me a lovely, beautiful broadside? You are. However, those torpedo bombers are coming in. There we go. Look. So I'm turning into those torp bombers now. And there we go. So we've got the Scharnhorst over here. Now the Scharnhorst can make a mess out of a Graf Spee. So we don't really want to be too much of a mess. So let's see if we can get some shots on him. Now don't forget, we do have reasonable guns on this. They're almost battleship caliber. Very nearly. They're not quite the massive guns of some of the battleships, but looks like we just caught the edge of that island. But no, that's fine. Okay, we've got some more torpedo bombers coming in here. So I'm going to turn towards them. Okay, Scharnhorst is down. Now those torp bombers are going to drop their little fishies, which is fine. We've had plenty of room to dodge those. And let's get this guy who's coming in. Not too worried about the bombers. I mean, obviously if they hit me, they're gonna, you know, go kaboom and all that sort of stuff, but really not that worried. Now we might be able to outturn this one, possibly. Yeah, there we go. Look, those crazy torpedo beats. Yeah, and we're picking up a few plane kills. We picked up what, 11 now? I mean, that's not bad, really, is it? When you consider the the AA rating on the ship is not fantastic. It's pretty reasonable. And so far we've only taken a little bit of damage there. Yeah, mostly off of that Cleveland, I believe. So let's see. Right, okay. Here is the carrier. So I don't think I've got a particularly good shot on it from here. It is heading this way, so I am going to turn. I'm going to start turning my guns, because why wouldn't you? Oh, look at that. Somebody got a beautiful hit on it. So let's get the guns round. Now you can see there, turret traverse. That's not terrible, considering the size of the gun calibre. You know, what we're talking about here. That really isn't bad. So let's see if we can get a cheeky finishing shot on this carrier. Ah, nearly. Never mind. Right. Okay, how did we do? Okay, 35,132 damage, 1 citadel, 17 target hits, 11 planes down, 2 ships shipped, 2 ships sunk, 96,540 on the credits, 2,064 on the XP, 208 on the free XP. Let's have a quick look at the team score. Now you see there, I mean, we were reasonably unlucky in that a lot of the ships were the other side of the map, and we had the islands between us, so we were reasonably unlucky in that some of the softer stuff that we could have got lots of nice citadels on was kind of just the other side. You must also take into account the reload speed on the guns. So yeah, generally I'd be happy with that in a random battle in a Graf Spee. Yeah, obviously you'd like to be up the top here, but you do need to take into account the reload speed, the fact you've only got 6 barrels compared to, you know, a battleship with 8, 9 or 10 or more. So yeah, bear that in mind when you look at those numbers. Let's have a quick look here. Leander, decent damage on that Scharnhorst, decent damage on the Cleveland, just the one hit at the end there on the old Ryujo. 11 of his planes, 5 bombers, 6 torpedo bombers. That's nice. I mean, that's like 1.5 squadrons of his torp bombers, which is really a nice thing to do to the enemy carrier. They may not think so, but you will. So let's have a quick look here. Credits and XP. Yeah, take home 77,911, and Commander XP was 2322. So yeah, there we go. That is the High School Fleet Admiral Graf Spee. And yeah, would I recommend this? Would I recommend it? When you get it, you get a little bonus there as well for extra XP. Would I recommend this boat? If you've already got the Graf Spee, I would say no. Yeah, I would say no completely. If you've already got the Graf Spee, it's the same ship. If you haven't got the Graf Spee and you want the Graf Spee with a 10-point captain, then I would say yes. And there's a reason I'd say yes, is because you can go to any of your German captains and put them into this boat. You're not limited like you were with the Arpeggio of Blue Steel ships. You can use this as a premium to train captains. So I would say definitely get this ship if you haven't already got the Graf Spee. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. You know, are you into this whole anime thing? You know, I'm not going to resort and stoop to going poi because reasons. Like, I'm an adult with a brain, and you know, I think you can enjoy these things without taking it overboard. So yeah, I would thoroughly recommend this ship. But like I say, let me know your thoughts. So, you know what to do if you're new here and it's your first time at the channel. Welcome. Consider the old subscribe button there, give it a little tap, and get notified when I put some videos up. Generally 3 a week, so yeah, keep you entertained. If you thought the video was worth it, then the old like button, he loves a little tickle. So yeah, if you think the video was worth a like and you enjoyed it, then please consider giving it a like. And I think that's enough from me for now. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, but for now it's Captain Random signing off. Take care, and I'll see you again in the next one.